The paramedic, they complained about saved their grandfather's life. Part 1. The Unsung Hero. In the bustling city of Riverside, amidst the towering skyscrapers and the ceaseless hum of urban life, worked Alex Ramsey. Alex was a paramedic, a first responder, a lifeline in the face of emergencies. He was a man of action, decisive and efficient, his focus unwavering in the face of chaos. But his gruff demeanor and no-nonsense approach often rubbed people the wrong way. The Miller family, a prominent and influential clan in Riverside, had a particularly strained relationship with Alex. They had encountered him on several occasions, each time leaving them with a sense of unease and dissatisfaction. They found his methods too abrupt, his bedside manner lacking, and his overall presence unsettling. "He's like a machine, not a human being," Mrs. Miller had complained to the hospital administrator. "He treats patients like they're just another statistic." Her husband, Mr. Miller, had echoed her sentiments. "He's efficient, I'll give him that," he had conceded, "but he lacks empathy. He doesn't seem to care about the people he's treating." Their complaints had reached the ears of Alex's superiors, but they had ultimately been dismissed. Alex's record was impeccable, his skills undeniable, and his dedication unwavering. He was simply a man of action, not words. One day, the Millers' elderly grandfather, a beloved patriarch of the family, suffered a massive heart attack. The emergency call was made, and fate, with its cruel sense of irony, dispatched Alex to the scene. The Millers, upon seeing Alex, felt a surge of dread. They had hoped for a different paramedic, someone more compassionate, someone who would treat their grandfather with the gentleness he deserved. But time was of the essence, and Alex was the only one available. Alex, upon assessing the situation, wasted no time. He was focused, efficient, and decisive. He administered life-saving measures, his hands moving with practiced precision, his voice calm and reassuring. The Millers watched in a state of anxious disbelief. They had expected a cold, detached professional, but they witnessed a man of unwavering focus and unwavering dedication. They saw a man who was fighting for their grandfather's life with every fiber of his being. Part 2. The Turning Tide. Alex's expertise in swift action proved to be the difference between life and death. He stabilized the grandfather's condition, preparing him for transport to the hospital. The Millers, their initial apprehension replaced with a growing sense of gratitude, watched as Alex worked, his every move a testament to his skill and dedication. At the hospital, the grandfather underwent emergency surgery. The Millers, their hearts heavy with worry, waited anxiously for news. When the doctor finally emerged, his face bore a look of relief. "Your grandfather is going to be okay," he announced. "He's a fighter, and he had a very skilled paramedic who got him here just in time." The Millers, their relief palpable, exchanged glances. They knew who the doctor was referring to. It was Alex, the man they had complained about, the man they had misjudged. As the grandfather recovered, the Millers began to reflect on their past interactions with Alex. They realized that their perception of him had been clouded by their own prejudices and expectations. They had failed to see the man behind the gruff exterior, the man who was dedicated to saving lives. When Alex visited the hospital to check on the grandfather's progress, the Millers approached him with a newfound humility. They thanked him profusely, their voices filled with gratitude and remorse. "We misjudged you, Alex," Mrs. Miller said, her eyes filled with tears. "We were so wrong." Mr. Miller echoed his wife's sentiments. "You saved our grandfather's life," he said, his voice choked with emotion. "We can never repay you." Alex, uncomfortable with their effusive praise, simply nodded. "I was just doing my job," he said. Part 3. The Ripple Effect. The Millers' experience with Alex had a profound impact on them. They realized the importance of looking beyond appearances and appreciating the true value of service. They learned that compassion could manifest in different forms, and that a gruff exterior could conceal a heart of gold. They became advocates for Alex, sharing their story with others, defending his character, and highlighting his dedication. They challenged the prevailing perception of Alex, urging people to see him for who he truly was, a skilled professional, a dedicated public servant, and a man of unwavering integrity. The ripple effect of their change of heart extended beyond their immediate circle. They became involved in community initiatives, supporting first responders, and advocating for better understanding and appreciation of their work. They organized fundraisers, volunteered at hospitals, and spoke at public forums, sharing their story and promoting a message of empathy and gratitude. Part 4. The Unforeseen Bond. The incident with their grandfather had a profound effect on the Miller family, particularly on their perspective towards Alex. They began to see him not as a gruff, detached professional, but as a dedicated and skilled individual who possessed a deep commitment to his work. They sought to understand him better, to bridge the gap that had formed between them. They invited Alex to dinner, an offer he initially declined, but eventually accepted. Over the course of the evening, they discovered a different side to Alex, a man with a dry wit, a sharp intellect, and a surprising depth of empathy. They learned about his background, his dedication to his profession, and the challenges he faced as a first responder. They learned about the emotional toll of witnessing human suffering, the constant pressure to make split-second decisions, and the struggle to maintain composure in the face of chaos. Alex, in turn, learned about the Millers, their family dynamics, their values, and their concerns. He learned about their deep love for their grandfather, their anxieties about his health, and their desire to provide him with the best possible care. A bond began to form between them, an unlikely friendship forged in the crucible of a life-threatening emergency. They discovered a shared humanity, a mutual respect that transcended their initial prejudices and misconceptions. The Millers became Alex's staunch advocates, defending his character and praising his skills to anyone who would listen. They challenged the prevailing perception of Alex, urging people to see him for who he truly was, a dedicated professional, a compassionate individual, and a true hero. Part 5. The Ripple Effect of Understanding. The Millers' newfound appreciation for Alex had a ripple effect throughout the community. Their story, shared through word of mouth and local media, challenged the prevailing stereotypes about paramedics and first responders. People began to see paramedics not as mere ambulance drivers, but as highly skilled medical professionals, capable of making life or death decisions under immense pressure. They began to appreciate the emotional toll of their work, the constant exposure to trauma and suffering, and the need for compassion and understanding. The community rallied around Alex, organizing a Paramedic Appreciation Day to honor his dedication and service. They raised funds to support local paramedic services, providing them with better equipment and training. Alex, initially uncomfortable with the attention, eventually embraced his role as a community figure. He used his platform to advocate for better working conditions for paramedics, to raise awareness about the challenges they faced, and to promote greater understanding and appreciation for their work. He became a mentor to aspiring paramedics, sharing his knowledge and experience, and inspiring them to pursue a career in public service. He emphasized the importance of compassion, empathy, and resilience, reminding them that their work was not just about saving lives, but also about providing comfort and support to those in need. Part 6. A Legacy of Empathy. Years passed, and Alex's impact on the community continued to resonate. His story became a symbol of empathy and understanding, a testament to the transformative power of compassion. The city of Riverside established a Paramedic Excellence Award in Alex's name, recognizing paramedics who demonstrated exceptional skill, dedication, and compassion. The award became a prestigious honor, inspiring paramedics to strive for excellence and to uphold the highest standards of service. The Miller family, forever changed by their experience with Alex, continued to advocate for first responders, ensuring that their contributions were recognized and appreciated. They became a driving force in the community, promoting a culture of empathy and understanding. And so, the story of the paramedic they complained about, who saved their grandfather's life, became a timeless parable, a reminder that true heroism often lies beneath the surface and that compassion can manifest in unexpected forms. It served as a testament to the transformative power of understanding, the ability to bridge divides, and the capacity to build a community where empathy and appreciation prevailed.